Okay. Good afternoon. Greetings. Welcome to my video. Welcome back to my chat. You can chat with me. Okay. So um, I just want you to know I got these my scarf on. I'm comfortable with it, and I like to be comfortable. And so on my videos, you might catch me with this scarf. I don't know if you might catch me with another one because I feel comfortable with it on. Okay. So, and when you comfortable, you like to be comfortable. People like to feel comfortable. Um, and, kind of like when you're rooming. Okay. So today I just want to go ahead on in because I really don't know if I really have a discussion this time. It's just a video. And I have I wasn't going to look up the definition, but I did. Of covenant, the title of this subject. And covenant, I just had it on the page, and now, of course, it's not on the page. So, I'm going to go ahead and look up covenant again, okay? And just to let you know, um, I really enjoy my videos, and I don't do any what I think is inappropriate videos and being uncovered naked and different things like that. So I want you to expect those type of things. It should not be here on my page, on my channel here. Okay. I'm almost there. All right, covenant. Covenant is a formal and binding agreement entered into by two or more persons or parties. And then it says a compact. Number 2 says God's promises to mankind is set forth in the Bible. Okay. Now they didn't say that in the dictionary. And of course, I have to use my Red Webster dictionary. I found it. I was like, wow, I found it in my dictionary. Okay. So I just want to read. I don't know if I'm having a discussion, like I said. And they actually give a topic when you read the Bible for the new people who like to read Bible. Say Jesus, high priest of a better covenant. Jesus, high priest of a better covenant. Okay, so like I said, it's like an agreement between people, and um, and you will want to have a better agreement between people. And that makes sense. That means that they had a covenant, but it wasn't as good as this, which one I'm about to read. Okay. It says, now the point and what we are saying is this. We have such a high priest, one who is seated at the right hand of the throne of the majesty in heaven, a minister in the holy places, in the true tent that the Lord set up, and not man. For every high priest is appointed to offer gifts and sacrifices. Thus, it is necessary for this priest also to have something to offer. Now, if he were on something to offer, if he were on earth, he would not be a priest at all, since there are priests who offer gifts according to the law. They serve a copy and shadow of the heavenly things. I read that again. They serve a copy, and we know what a copy is, and shadow, and we also know what a shadow is of the heavenly things. For when Moses was about to erect the tent, he was instructed by God, saying, "See that you make everything according to the pattern that was shown you on the mountain." But as it is, Christ has obtained a ministry that is as much more excellent than the old, as the covenant he meditates is better, since it is enacted on better promises. For if that first covenant had been faultless, there would have been no occasion to look for a second. So they're saying that if it hadn't been faultless, they wouldn't even had to look for a second covenant, right? This is what it's saying. And I'll just let you know before I keep going, I am actually reading Hebrews, the 8th chapter, and that's what I'm reading. Okay. And also, I'm reading the English Standard Version. This is a English Standard Version, okay, of the Holy Bible. Okay. Okay. For he finds fault with them when he says, "Behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will establish a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not like the covenant that I made with their fathers on the day when I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. For they did not continue in my covenant, and so I showed no concern for them, declares the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my laws into their minds and write them on their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall not teach each one his neighbor, and each one his brother, saying, Know the Lord. For they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest. Now, I just hold on because I was going to keep reading. This said, from the least of them to the greatest. And when I'm almost finished reading, I want to come back and then see what that is saying. Just to give you an open eye on that. It says, "For I will be merciful to their iniquities." Okay, iniquities, and I will remember their sins no more. And speaking of a new covenant, he makes the first one obsolete. Okay, and what is becoming obsolete and growing old is ready to vanish away. And so, if you want to take the time to read that scripture yourself, the chapter, Hebrews, the 8th chapter, okay, it goes from 1 to 13. And this it says 13 in here. That's what I'm looking at, okay? So, I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm for real. I'm gonna look up the word that I was telling you, okay? You could tell I'm not fast at doing this, but you know what, I could. I'm gonna put this down since I found the actual tablet, okay? This helps when I'm doing this too. So if I can have two devices, I can use the tablet, okay? So I'm gonna look it up in here. And that helps me better. That's why I be like, y'all, have y'all seen the tablet? Anybody? And they be like, no. Okay. So I'm actually looking up lease. Okay. He said, okay. Saying, know the Lord, but they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest. Okay. Now that's what I'm looking up. Least and greatest. Okay. Now least. The smallest in amount, extent, or significance. That means they have a small significance, extent, and the smallest amount. You know, who likes that? But anyway, I'm just saying, it's saying to the least of them to the greatest, though. To the smallest extent or degree. But you get the picture. Slightest, smallest, miniest, teeniest, littlest. And little right here, they even have little under this. I don't even know how they did that. They usually don't do that for me. And this says hardly or not at all. So that's just little right there. But I'm gonna go to greatest. See. Okay, I put it in greatest, but it says great. So great was saying of an extent, amount, or intensity. Intensity considerably above the normal or average. So basically, to be great, you are considerable, substantial, significant, appreciable. So they really appreciate you when you're the greatest, huh? Special, serious, exceptional, extraordinary, large, big, extensive, expansive, broad, wide, sizable, ample, vast, immense, huge, enormous, massive, humongous, whopping. They have so many words for the word great. Wow. Okay. And well, okay, I pretty much said that one. So basically, to be great, you are important. They like you distinguished, prominent, eminent, important, admired, esteemed, honored, notable, famous, famed, well known, all of those good things. Major, leading, top, first rate, matchless, peerless, star. Okay, so they have a lot of words for great, but I just wanted to look that up. He basically, in this, the Lord was saying to them that from the least of them to the greatest, they were already going to know Him. Okay, at this time. So, also, I said I was going to look up iniquities. He was going to be merciful. And if you want to know what merciful is, okay, let me help you out here. Something I really want to learn how to do more of, which is good. I believe I've done it. And then I've done it, and then they have this song. Dang, I wish I could name you the same, but I'm gonna try to play it on here and then see if you can hear it, okay? But merciful is showing or exercising mercy, forgiving Basically, you're being compassionate with somebody who haven't been deserving. Okay, clement, pitying. You will pity them. Forbearing, lenient, humane, mild, kind, soft-hearted, tender-hearted, gracious, sympathetic. Okay, humanitarian, liberal, tolerant. It means you will tolerate somebody that you know who you feel that don't even really deserve to be tolerated. That is being merciful. Okay, and that's something that we really want the Lord to be with us also. So we need to practice it here with the people that we have to deal with. Because sometimes we'll be like, and I know I did, I'm like, why do I have to deal with this person and that person? I'm tired of dealing with this person. So being merciful is also saying being generous and benevolent. They even have a more button you can push. When you push the more button, they give you more words and more insight. So that means you want to pardon, you want to spare, and show mercy too. Okay, basically bringing someone some relief from something unpleasant. This is what it's saying in here, and I'm reading it, and it's saying of an event coming as a mercy. You basically synonyms saying welcome and bless, like the Bible said, bless those who persecute you. Pray for your enemies. Hmm. Okay. So we want to learn how to be merciful to people. It's hard sometimes, especially if you're in pain. But see, I believe that the Lord wants to show us how to do that, and we need to think about it, more so we can do it. Because if we think about it more, like, okay, we know when we're thinking about something heavy, we want to go out and get it, right? Or we want to think about it some more. So, like a pair of shoes, some clothing, your favorite dish, or something. You want to go out and get it because you're thinking about it so much, and you purposely thinking about it. You ever had something come on your mind, you like, scoot, scoot about your head. I do that a lot. Okay, so anyway, and then so basically, I'm gonna go up in here and look at iniquities because it was saying be merciful for he would be merciful to their iniquities. I would want somebody to be merciful to me for it. You ever been a kid and you got in trouble and you're like, oh man, I'm in trouble, I'm finna get on punishment. Oh, people don't want to get a spanking, whooping, or some people will call a beat down. But they people weren't being respectful until they got one. So and then, some people don't even get one and they still respectful. So why is everybody made differently? Okay. Iniquity. Immoral or grossly unfair behavior. So that means you have those things you've been doing and you've been immoral. You've been unfair to people. And you might have been even unfair to yourself. So I just had to throw that in there. And this is what the Lord says: for I will be merciful toward their iniquities. So it wasn't one person that he was going to be merciful to. He said there. There's no number on the word THEIR. They don't put no number on there. And it would be weird, but if they did, because we never saw it before. So there is THEIR. If you want to look it up, have fun. You like the dictionary now? You're a dictionary pro. Okay, so okay. Now, I'm gonna go and talk about the synonyms of iniquity: wickedness, sinfulness, immorality, improper. What's it saying? I get you. Ah, impropriety. Okay. They even will pronounce the words for you in here if you can't pronounce it yourself. Just click on that little sound looking button. It looks like you're turning up the volume, and they'll you know, if you got to do your homework like this, if you're in high school, college, this will do good for you. So impropriety says you have a failure to observe standards or show due honesty or modesty, improper language, behavior, or character. So basically, the synonyms are wrongdoing, misconduct, dishonesty, corruption, unscrupulousness, unprofessionalism, irregularity, unseemliness, indelicacy, indecency, immorality, transgression, misdemeanor, offense, misdeed, misconduct, crime, indiscretion, mistake, peccadillo. I never heard of the word peccadillo, but somebody have solecism and a trespass. Okay. A trespass is like you enter the owner's land or property without permission. That's number one on here on trespass. And then they say make unfair claims on or take advantage of something. Oh, exploit, abuse, commit an offense against a person or a set of rules. So that means to sin, transgress, or offend. Basically, when you are doing these things, you offend somebody. So somebody's not going to like you at the time that you're offending them. Now they even want to be shown mercy because they fussed at you and cussed at you and all types of things. And now they want to be forgiven too. It's a lot. It's a lot. In these times, you got to pray that the Lord is with you for real. But this right here says to offend. When you offend somebody, you cause them to feel upset, annoyed, or resentful. And they're displeased, they're upset, they're distressed, they hurt, they wounded. So when you offend them, you actually can wound and hurt them. Like I said, a lot of scars and wounds are not on the outside of your body. Like I have one right here on my arm. You see that? You can see it, but the ones that's in the inside of me, you won't be able to see it. I have to tell you, or somebody else have a scar inside, somebody offended them deeply. Now, you could be offended, but you could be deeply offended also. But if you want to know, the Bible states that Jesus said he hoped that you don't get offended in him. Because you believe in him, he really don't want you to be offended, because things are going to happen. Things are going to be said. People are going to offend you. People are going to upset you. Thought to wound you. Stuff like that. Okay, so when you offend somebody, you're very displeasing to them. Okay, so I can tell you, like I said, when I stayed in my place, and it does me good to have a place. I don't know if people miss me when I'm in my place, but I don't come outside for trouble and drama. I stay up in the house because I come outside and I go in, and I went to go take care of my business. I stop and chat it, talk to those who I thought would be worthy of my conversation. At the time, I said they're not going to be offensive about what I'm saying or doing or whatever. They didn't judge me, whatever the case may be. Because I didn't like to be judged, because I was imperfect. I wasn't perfect. So that's another thing that them four walls do for you. Or hop in a car and go somewhere. I'm not used to just hopping in everybody's car and this and that. One day I got stuck at the gas station, and I had to ask a stranger to take me to the house. I didn't know if I was going to make it here or not, but I had wanted a car so bad. I didn't want to fall out on the street or whatever. But I hopped in the car with this guy, and I even hopped in a car with this female. I didn't know what it was going to take me to. I did not know. But I hopped in the car. Anything could have happened to me. But since I didn't have my own car, a job, or anything at the time, I had to ask them for a ride. It didn't matter if I asked them for a ride or not, because anything could have happened to me with the different people that was coming up there. You know, I was up there for hours. I didn't have nowhere to go. I couldn't make it back here. I didn't have no bus pass. I didn't have no money or anything like that. Okay, so you never know what somebody going through. You never know why they going through it, you know. That's why I don't care to give people revenge. Like I said, you don't know what they had, troubles they had, stuff they had to deal with. I said, God is the revenger. You know, he takes care of the revenge, you know, better than we can, you know. But like I said, I was stuck. One time I was stuck up there. I almost passed out. I didn't know if I was going to die. I didn't know if I was going to drop dead. I didn't have nowhere to go. Only thing I could call on was Jesus. Nobody was there with me. I didn't have a car. I don't even think my phone was on. So my phone had been off for a long time. I didn't have nobody to help me with my phone bill or anything. So I was like, dang, I can't get a job. I went to people. I went to look for a job. I was trying to find one quick, because I knew that, you know, having these things would at least help me in some of these situations. I never had to go to so many strangers in the last couple of years as I had. Okay, people I had to talk to that I didn't even know. Okay, sometimes the people that are around you, they will not listen to you or ignore you, or they might not think you in as much trouble as you in. You know, I wish I could tell you how many times I went to the hospital because I wasn't feeling well. Okay, that's not something that a person I think did to me. Like I said, the Lord will give you revenge. But you know, so you got to think about how you treat people and stuff like that. That's why, like I said, I go in my walls, doors, or whatever, and do what I got to do. So if I'm having a bad day, I don't have time to come out there and disrespect nobody else or get them a hard time, not knowing what they going through already and stuff like that. The Lord looks at those things, how you treating people when you don't even know what they're going through. I believe He really looks at those things. And people that's going through it, they looking at it too. The same people you're not helping is the same people that's probably praying some good things for you. So I just had to share that with you. Like I said, I did not know that I was even going to talk, because I really don't read this passage that much, so I didn't really know much about it. You know, if I have read it a lot, it didn't like stick with me that I read this chapter. I'm sure I went through it and read it a couple of times maybe, but I didn't make it like a big topic of discussion like some things that I do, and I'd be so excited. I'd be like, you know, so God bless y'all. I'm finna get off this tape. I really want to come back because I don't want y'all to think I'm just so serious that I can't have fun, but some things need to be heard, and I think evaluated, so you can evaluate my tape. I take criticism. I take good criticism, you know. I really do. So if you have any advice for me, I don't really get offended unless I think somebody is trying to offend me, and I'll be like, okay, I might not even say anything. But like I said, if you want to give me any advice, I'm good on taking advice. That's what I'm basically trying to say. We're just testing the spirits to see what spirit coming at us. That's all. So y'all have a blessed day and night. Oh, it's hot out here today. I'm sitting under this fan. No air conditioners up in here today. Okay? I miss that central air. But y'all have a good day. You can still be a Christian or a religious person and enjoy your day and have a good time with your family. If you read Ecclesiastes, it's telling you to do that. So good night. Good day or something.